Let's talk about a man who seems to have been born on a stage. From a tiny kid impersonating Elvis to a global superstar with a room full of Grammys. This is the incredible story of Bruno Mars, the performer the world simply couldn't ignore. So, how did a kid from Honolulu become one of the biggest names in music history? It all started long before the sold-out stadiums and chart-topping hits. Our story begins in Waikiki, Hawaii, where a little boy named Peter Jean Hernandez was born into a family bursting with musical talent. His dad was a percussionist, and his mom was a singer and dancer. Music wasn't just a hobby in their house, it was the family business. By the age of 2, Peter was already on stage with his family's band, the Love Notes. By 4, he had earned the nickname Little Elvis for his spot-on impersonations of the king. He was a natural, even back then. You could see the charisma, the stage presence, and that unmistakable spark. He wasn't just mimicking Elvis, he was channeling his energy, learning what it takes to captivate an audience. These early years weren't just a cute family act. They were his training ground, laying the foundation for the showman we know today. After high school, with dreams bigger than his home state, a young Peter moved to Los Angeles. He adopted the stage name Bruno Mars. Bruno was a nickname his dad gave him because he looked like the wrestler Bruno Sammartino, and Mars was added because, as he put it, he felt out of this world. But success didn't happen overnight. LA was tough. He got a record deal with Motown Records, but it was dropped just a year later. It was a huge setback. But Bruno was relentless. He realized that to make it, he couldn't just be a performer. He had to be a creator. So, he pivoted. He founded a production team called the Smeezingtons with Philip Lawrence and AR11. This was the turning point. Before he was the star in front of the MIC, he was the genius behind it. They started writing and producing songs for other artists, and their track record was insane. They penned hits like Nothing on You for B.N.O.B. and Billionaire for Travie McCoy. Guess who was singing the hooks on those tracks? Yep, Bruno. It was the perfect strategy. He was getting his voice on the radio and proving his songwriting chops all at once. He was building his reputation from the inside out, showing the industry that he wasn't just another aspiring singer. He was a musical force to be reckoned with. These collaborations became his Trojan horse, smuggling his undeniable talent into the mainstream. With the success of those features, the world was finally asking, who is this Bruno Mars guy? The stage was set. In 2010, he released his debut album, Duo Wops and Hooligans. It was an absolute explosion of pop, soul, and reggae, and it gave us timeless anthems like Just the Way You Are and Grenade. The album wasn't just a collection of songs. It was a statement. It showed of his incredible vocal range and his ability to blend different genres seamlessly. Just the Way You Are won him his first Grammy, and just like that, the kid who impersonated Elvis was now a certified global pop star. But he was just getting warmed up. His second album, Unorthodox Jukebox, dropped in 2012, and it proved he was no one-hit wonder. This album was edgier, more diverse, and it solidified his status as a musical chameleon. We got the reggae-infused Locked Out of Heaven and the heart-wrenching piano ballad When I Was Your Man. He was showing the world that he could do it all, from high-energy dance tracks to deeply emotional love songs. He wasn't just following trends, he was setting them. This album earned him another Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Album. And the message was clear. Bruno Mars is here to stay. By the way, if you're enjoying this look into the journey of a music legend, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We explore the stories behind the icons you love every week, and you won't want to miss what's coming up next. Your support means the world and helps us keep creating content just like this. Now, let's get back to the story. The world was already his, but then came 2014. Bruno teamed up with producer Mark Ronson for a little track you might have heard of called Uptown Funk. Little track. Who am I kidding? It was a cultural phenomenon. This song was a global atomic bomb of funk. It dominated the charts for 14 straight weeks, won Record of the Year at the Grammys, and its music video has been viewed billions of times. Uptown Funk wasn't just a song, it was an event. It perfectly captured the swagger and infectious energy of 70 seconds and 80 seconds funk, and it cemented Bruno's reputation as one of the greatest entertainers of his generation. His Super Bowl halftime show performances, both as a headliner and with Coldplay, were legendary, proving he could command a stage like few others in history. So, where did you go from Uptown Funk? For Bruno, the answer was to go even deeper into the sounds that inspired him. In 2016, he released 24K Magic. This album was a love letter to 90s R&B and New Jack Swing. It was pure, unapologetic fun, filled with glitter, swagger, and silky smooth vocals. From the title track 24,000 Magic to the slow jam Versace on the floor and the upbeat That Is What I Like, the album was a critical and commercial triumph. It swept the 2018 Grammy Awards, winning all 7 categories it was nominated for, including Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year. It was a stunning achievement that put him in an elite class of artists. After the massive success of 24K Magic, Bruno teamed up with the incredibly talented Anderson .Paak to form the super duo Silk Sonic. Their 2021 album, An Evening with Silk Sonic, was a masterclass in 70s soul and funk. It was smooth, stylish, and incredibly authentic. The lead single, Leave the Door Open, was an instant classic, winning 4 Grammys, including Record of the Year and Song of the Year. This project wasn't just a side gig, it was a passion project that showcased his deep love and respect for the history of music. It proved once again that Bruno Mars isn't just a hitmaker. He's a true musician, a student of the game who honors his influences while creating something entirely new. So, what does all this success add up to? From impersonating Elvis for a few bucks to selling over 200 million singles worldwide, Bruno Mars's financial journey is as impressive as his musical one. As of today, his net worth is estimated to be around $175 million. That wealth comes from album sales, massive world tours that sell out in minutes, lucrative brand deals, and of course, his smart songwriting and production credits that continue to generate royalties. He has turned his passion into a global empire, proving that incredible talent, combined with relentless hard work and a bit of showmanship, is a formula for unimaginable success. From that 4-year-old little Elvis in Hawaii to the multi-Grammy winning global icon, Bruno Mars has crafted a career that feels both timeless and completely modern. He's a performer, a writer, a producer, and a true student of music. He reminds us that the greatest art often comes from a place of genuine love and respect for what came before. He didn't just chase fame, he mastered his craft, and in doing so, he became the performer the world couldn't ignore. His journey is a powerful lesson in perseverance, authenticity, and the undeniable magic of a great song. What's your favorite Bruno Mars song or memory? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to read your thoughts. And if you haven't already, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more stories about the artists who shape our world. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.